All right, we are back, group that has set forth on a mission to give you interesting little tidbits of things to talk about, things to think about. You might be the most interesting person at the dinner table because after you hear these guys, you're going to have some interesting facts and things about a certain topic or a theme or idea, and we're going to definitely learn from them because the origin of words is sometimes a little bit unclear, and sometimes it's really interesting to find out where words get their meaning. So without further ado, we're about to get some meaning from these guys because it's time for Fact and React.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Fact and React. I'm totally not Seung Chul, and with me, as always, is not Claude and not Christopher. Each week, we tell facts and then have fun reacting. This is episode 2.
Welcome to Fact and React. We will be talking about the origin of words. It's more interesting than you think.
Sure it is.
It really is. Seung Chul, give us the first fact.
The word sinister was used to show bias against left-handed people. It derives from the Latin word for left.
That makes no sense.
Well, people used to hate left-handed people, but I don't know how it got to mean someone is evil.
Yeah, it already started to mean evil and not just against left-handed in Rome.
So maybe it's a bit cooler than I thought. I also have a word called kowtow, which used to mean to bow down to someone and worship them.
What does it mean now?
It means to have good manners. Gosia Pietek came with the word kowtow.
Speaking of coming up with the word, who came up with the word naughty and where did it derive from?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, naughty derives from the word naught, meaning nothing. Naughty was first used in the Middle English period by William Langland. Naughty also comes from Latin nescius, meaning ignorant.
It never ends, does it?
Never.
I have an article I would like to read on the show. So the first word we have is sandwich. Sandwiches get their strange name from the 4th Earl of Sandwich, an 18th century English politician and nobleman. The circumstances of Lord Sandwich's supposed invention of the sandwich is a subject of a hot debate among linguists. Some believe he consumed his food between 2 pieces of bread, so he didn't have to leave his beloved gambling table, and that his fellow gamblers began to ask the servants for the same as sandwich, and later just a sandwich. Others, those who are perhaps more respectful of Lord Sandwich's work, believe he ate food in this fashion only so he could stay at his desk and attend to his political commitments.
Okay, 1, it's definitely the gambling one. And 2, whose name is Sandwich?
The second word we have is clue. Technically, English speakers stole this word from Greek gods. It is taken from the word clue in Greek mythology, when Minotaur, a monster with the body of a man and the head of a bull, trapped the mythical king Theseus in a labyrinth. Theseus is said to have escaped using a ball of yarn or a clue. He used the yarn to track his path so he could follow it back again if he got lost. So a clue came to mean something that guides your path, and later it came to mean this is in a broader sense of offering guidance to discover a truth.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
The next word we have is nice. Teachers in English-speaking countries often despair at the overuse of the adjective nice in their students' writing, and it turns out they now have even more reason to ban the word from the classroom. The term was originally a negative one, meaning ignorant or foolish. Linguists track many possible origins of this word. It may have developed from the Old French version of nice in the late 13th century or from the Latin niceus. It's thought that it slowly became positive over time because once it was introduced to the English language, it was often used to refer a person who was ludicrously overdressed. Later, it was confused with a reference to something that is refined or to someone who is nicely dressed. The next word we have is shampoo. Now we have even more of a reason to enjoy your shower time. Derived from the Sanskrit root chapati. The word initially referred to any type of pressing, kneading, or soothing. The definition was later extended to mean wash the hair in 1860. It was only in the 1950s that its meaning was further extended to refer to the washing of carpets and other materials. The last word we have on this list is nightmare. It's pretty clear where this first part of the word nightmare comes from, but what about the mare part? While the equestrians from among you will wonder if it has anything to do with horses, this is misleading. A mare actually refers to a female goblin that sits on you, suffocates you as you sleep, entangles her hair around you in a marelock, and it tries to induce bad thoughts. Pretty nightmarish, no?
What?
Yeah.
Ew, that's weird.
Well, I have a feeling I'll be having some nightmares.
Okay.
So, I actually have an interesting fact that I would like to add. So, you guys know what an oxymoron is, right?
Yes.
It's a contradictory figure of speech. So, oxymoron actually comes from the Greek word oxys, meaning sharp, and moros meaning blunt. So, the word oxymoron itself is an oxymoron
Wow.
because it means sharp and blunt at the same time.
That's actually really interesting.
I know, right?
Okay. Well, now that we're done, thank you for listening and bye.
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 You can find this podcast on your favorite app by searching for the Herricks Studios. If you would like to leave us a review, please do so on Apple Podcasts and we might read it on the show. This podcast is a production of Herricks Studios with Mr. Heit in the Content Creation Foundations of 8th Grade Elective. The views and opinions expressed in these recordings do not necessarily reflect the views or position of the Herricks School District.